cars. Well, you don't see many super street bike riders end up in top fuel at all. They're almost like a different breed, like they're born, so to speak. Okay, Kostas Giannopoulos, that was terrible. Giannopoulos, who's just getting himself set, and Jake Michel. These two ran side by side, but Kostas had a big plume of smoke through the finish line. Went 7:01, I think it was. Jake was into the 60s. I think that could well be Kostas' first ever 6 second. That's perfect. I can see across his thing. It's all right. Sorry, mate. I'll shrink down again. That's perfect. Cheers, mate. So yeah, possibly Kostas' first ever 6 second run. Well done, sir. Daniel Lentz in the Kestrel Lane up against Jack Shook, who didn't run yesterday. Run spot currently 7:84. 7:42 at 200 miles per hour. Another stellar 60 foot for Daniel though. 1.17 on a street tyre. That's not bad, is it? But when you've got a tiny contact patch and you just... So how do they do that? Do they just slip the clutch? Is that how it...
Yeah, they have pretty sophisticated clutch systems on as well. So there's a lot of control to be able to actually be right on the edge of braking, traction and not, you know, so...
But not traction control.
No.
Chris Reed, otherwise known as Boyce, in the Kestrel Lane, who is in a number 8 spot at the moment. Actually, that's his time on board, 7.71. Up against Martin Hallett. These two squared off in the final just a few weeks ago at Spring Speed, and it was Boyce who came out on top in a great race. Martin Hallett, 7:63, 193 miles an hour, improves, but stays in at number 8. As things stand at the moment, it'll still beat and stays, don't worry. As it stands at the moment, he would race number 1 qualifier. However, depending on how the rest of the day goes, they may still have one more qualifying session, and it's still a change again. So who's on the outside at the moment? If I can even see
That's
them.
the worst I've seen all day.
Marco. Wow. Marco's had a rough weekend. She is in the lanes though. Obviously with Jack Burger running as well. Just having a few more. Well, yeah, that's weeks, isn't it? So Alan Morrison, currently number 4, very safely in. Went 7:04, well over 200 miles an hour yesterday. Now, is this the bike that Junior is going to be running?
Yes,
FIF?
yeah,
Okay, it's the same bike, right? They're just taking turns effectively. Well, that's how did your kids ever wanted to train race?
My daughter's here, she wants to drive the car.
Obviously, it's a little
But, see.
good looking boys, 119. It is 687 at 213 miles an hour. My goodness me. I don't think they'd celebrate that much if they won the event, guys.
Oh, that's Alan's first 6 and he can't see great.
Completely skipped it.
Wow.
It's safe space to bring your kids, but there was no temptation now with junior bikes and junior cars. Yeah, exactly.
To be fair, I was so, obviously focused on my own Top Hill program when I was racing that there wasn't any time or resource for junior anything drag bikes, cars or anything. So maybe it's time I should.
Don't finish that. Yeah, just in case. Right, so Ross Morrison, he's going to be number 7. 1.16 outfit who isn't in at the moment has every capability of being in. We've got the top 5 in the 6s, and then it's a couple of 640s, and then a 763. 763 is Boss's number, which is the one on the board up there. So if Margot goes aim to be in anything like usual fashion, you should make it in. That's not usual fashion at all for Margot. What a frustrating weekend. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Time dependent as well. They have one more session later on today. What's the time now? So 4 hours to go. There's a good chance. Much appreciated as always. Good luck. Hopefully we'll get one more running today as well. I hope so. We're doing it. You've got
38 or something.
I think you got in on the last one.
Did I?
I think you did.
There's a lot of shuffling.
Yeah, loads of shuffling. Loads of shuffling. So yeah, that's another thing you didn't have to worry about before. It's qualifying. No. Well, you did.
Well, I did. I did.
Yeah, not quite like that.
No, definitely not.
Thanks, mate. Much appreciated.
Cheers.
So, 260, Colin.
Yeah, it's Paul Brown up front, and it's Josie Brooke in the passenger seat, 18-year-old. The reason I like that is it's an 18th birthday present. Josie from Corby. Goshen, Northamptonshire.
You might wait 20 years to do it.
Yeah. Boy.
I doubt it. I pretty much doubt it.
And after that, we go into Super Pro.
This is session. That would be session 3. That's right, for Super Pro. That's right. Okay.
Session Tom Atkinson, pretty much being the first pair for every session. Joined this time by Callum Switch out of the Kings Topolimo. A couple of 8-second cars here, but one runs in the 8.4s, the other one in the 8.8/8.9s. Let's have a look at the dials when they appear. 8.42 for Tom, and it's 8.8 for Callum. Tom currently number 11, Callum at number 4.
Well, now I've got my sunglasses on, I can't see the screen, so yeah, that's good. I didn't even notice that, did it? Well, it's looking like I can see underneath it, see translate.
Well, I'm still forgetting it's hot.
Oh, wait,
It's
he's
coming
coming
back. Nicely done.
All of a sudden, the engine cleared and it sounded beautiful.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it needed, a huge proof of a burnout. He was probably after some decent photos, mate. That's what it was.
Big Walters with the cannon reloaded. Sorry, the cannon reloaded. It's just called the reloaded drags about 750 on the dial-in and 880 Phil Topic. Trouble is though, because the car's cleared its throat now, I'll probably go in the 7th.
Yeah, that'll be a terrible problem now, though. But he actually dialed 8.80 It will go way quicker than that. It's got no big lot Chevy in there. It should be something towards the lower 7s, maybe even the higher 6s, let alone an 880. We shall see. 750 for Big Waters. I think Pete's just missed on his couple of runs so far. Yeah. He's number 8. To describe anyone that's off.
No, don't decide. Richard Devey, if you could get back to the Fire Force bit, please. Because, once again, you've got the keys to the transit van, and we need to tow you down to this toll line, please. So, Richard Devey, if you could return to Fire Force bits, please. So, Dave Russell, the man with no name, 8.80. Dave did well for 766. Now on the Super Pro ET sponsorship scheme is Alan Didwell, that I do believe got the bounty on it this weekend. It's £50 if anybody wants to have a look at
Second is the air, they've got tailwind, and the third one, sorry, this is still nice and cool, hence the breakouts, but
Okay, sponsors for Super Pro are Figures for Figures, AJS Bodyworks, A Link Roofing, Borders Automotive, The Bath Bloke, Faxi Waste Environmental Services, Carol Irish, Thomas Hass, Charles and Harley Racing, Giles Services Limited, Good Vibrations, Motorsports, Harris Coachwork and Good Equipment, Hauser Race Cars, Holly Walters Dental, HR Racing, Hydro Hose, JK, Farsic Technic, Mersch Manifolds, MJC Property Solutions, which is that man down there. That is, of course, Michael Cell. P. Walters Race Designs, Plate Racing, Howard Company, Premier Rosette, SB Racing, Stick Tricks Racing, Solo Precision. I'm going to stop there, go to the last one, which is Dolly's Gift Box, which is Dolly down there. That is their Can It Darling for Leah is 890. The reason being, they've had the throttle stop required to got stuck on yesterday. So they've had to rewire it, so they're concentrating on getting that sorted and still get a qualifier in Super Pro. She's not having the Dolly Road as she messaged me to say.
the Dolly moment when you said the whole Right, out Schofield. Yeah. And big round. Okay, Scott Collin with the adrenaline rush.
Scott's been 7.6 in that car. What's his dial in? 760. He has been in the 7.6s, but we'll just wonder if he can squeeze a 7.5 out of it. It's one of those where he doesn't want to, but he'd be happy if he did. Oh, that's you could.
I'm not sure if he's got reverse or.
No, I think he's alright. Going alongside Darren Law. 55. And all you see is a wicked lady running it in the Pro team, but now it's
first time it's in Pro actually. That little adrenaline rush 100E down there in the Kesher Lane does have a lot of history with it. He's stand for racking in Rover for quite a long time, and it had a forward heavy in it. And now Scott's got it, it's got a twin turbo big block in it. It's a rough one. Crazy lady racing there, the Zephyr. Well, launched well. I don't know whether that was the plan, but a bit of a tail wag when you to try to get back to the centre. But still, we check that run nonetheless. It still went 1.13 to 60 foot, so hanging about. So actually will be qualified. One car we haven't seen this weekend is Jack Brewster with Just Mustard. I understand they have a knackered blower, I think is the short version. Sadly, really sadly, after a long winter, the first thing, and we've got Mr. Bell down there with a Morgan Beaton truck. In this session that haven't run already this weekend. So what does the run order look like from now on?
So it'll be Super Pro then, Gas, Comp Bike and Funny Bike, Street Eliminator, Super Pro 5950, etc. But then there will be another Pro session, an exhibition session coming up in the just
Possibly, sure, yeah. To be confirmed, but what time, but it will happen.
Yeah.
So Josh Duncan with the road. Scott Hauser proudly wearing the number 1 on the wing. .30 for the Dragster, 8:40 for your cars. the championship. On that note, I want to have a good afternoon to Becky and Chris. Hopefully you're tuned in. Hope to see you again soon. So Daniel Giles gets the thumbs up. That race that Bailey Ashdowns is right on the money time and time again. He's currently number 11, Danny's number 4. Daniel's number 4.
However,
he was 003 on the tree and ran the quickest run that car has ever run.